Yes, my name is Brendan Lee, Brendanlee.
Detective, please introduce yourself to the jury and tell them what you do for a living.
My name is Brendan Lee. I'm a detective with the Anchorage Police Department. I'm currently assigned to the Cyber Crimes Unit, which is part of the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. I've been employed with the Anchorage Police Department for 21 years. During that time, I spent 10 years on patrol, and after 10 years on patrol, I went to the Vice Unit as a detective for 2 years, and then into SVU for 2 years. After that, I was in homicide for 6 years, and as of June of 2025, I've been in the ICAC unit.
So your time as a homicide detective, did that cover August of 2023?
Yes, it did.
Okay. And just so the jury understands, when there's a homicide call out in Anchorage, how does the unit assemble? How are tasks divvied up?
So it comes in, patrol obviously are the first responders, and once they determine that it's a homicide, the patrol sergeants will contact the homicide sergeant, and then the homicide sergeant will then contact each of us members of the homicide unit to see if we're available to come in, and if we are, we will come in and meet at APD headquarters, and we begin working the investigation.
Okay. Is there somebody usually assigned as a case or a lead detective?
Yes.
Okay. In the case involving Zarrius Hildabrand, who is the lead detective?
Detective Troy Clark.
Okay, and did he have a second?
Yes.
And who was that?
Detective Jeff Elby.
Okay, and how did you become involved?
I was called in to asked to assist with the investigation.
Okay, and when were you first brought in?
On August 9th, 2023.
Okay, and what was the first thing that you were tasked with?
The first thing I was tasked with, I was going to contact a coworker of Ms. Hildabrand, but ultimately I went to the Mockingbird Apartments with the detectives and assisted while they were contacting people there.
Okay, so before you were able to contact this coworker, you went to the apartments on Mockingbird?
Yes.
And did you do that with Detective Elby?
Yes, I did.
And what was the purpose of that contact?
Detective Elby was going to contact Zarrius, and I stood by recording with my work-issued cell phone.
And were you attempting to get a piece of clothing?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the purpose of that?
The purpose of that was to provide the piece of clothing to the search team so that they could use it to help assist them with their search around the area.
Okay, and did Mr. Hildebrand have animals at the apartment?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Was his apartment seized at that point for the purpose of serving as a search warrant?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so was he allowed to go into it without accompaniment?
Not without accompaniment by the police.
Okay. And so who did you coordinate to get the dogs out of the apartment with?
His friend Maria was there, and so it was myself, Detective Elby. There was a patrol officer that had been standing by outside the apartment, and we went in to gather the dogs and then gather that piece of, I believe it was a pair of shoes.
Okay. And the jury has already heard a portion of that audio taped contact, but can you describe the defendant's demeanor during those interactions?
Yes, he appeared to me to be somewhat nervous. He was concerned about, his concern seemed to be getting his dogs out of the apartment, getting some of his personal belongings out of the apartment, which he was told he could not do at that time. All in all, he just seemed very kind of standoffish and nervous.
Okay. Did he make repeated requests to go into the apartment to get things?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Was he denied doing that unaccompanied?
Yes.
Okay. Did he appear to be trying to gather information from you?
Yes.
Okay. At some point while you're there at the apartments, are you flagged down by a neighbor?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and who is that?
Tiger Massey.
Okay. And how had Tiger Massey been contacted previously?
A detective had gone to her door and attempted contact and left a card, and then so she came out, saw that we were there, so she flagged me down to talk to me about the card that was left on her door.
Okay. Ultimately, was she even home during the relevant time period?
No.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
My question was she even home during the relevant time period?
Overruled.
And your answer?
No.
Okay. So did she have relevant information for the police?
No, she did not.
Okay. After contacting the defendant and Miss Massey there on scene on the 9th, did you end up interviewing that coworker?
Yes, I did.
And then August 10th, did you receive some additional information that you followed up on?
Yes, I did.
What was that information?
I received information that Zarrius' phone records or call detail records were showing him in the location of the Tudor Lowe's, and I was asked to go there to contact about video and any transaction information they might have.
And who did you contact at Lowe's?
Miller. I believe, I have to refer to my report. I believe his name was Miller. His last name was Miller.
Emmanuel Miller?
Yes, that's right, yes.
Okay. And at Lowe's, what did you learn and what were you provided?
At Lowe's, I learned that there was a transaction by Zarrius using his credit card, and they had video that they couldn't provide me at the time, but I was able to view the video of Zarrius coming into Lowe's on that particular day.
Okay, and were you later provided that video and an accompanying receipt by Lowe's, or by Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Did he have to get essentially permission from a regional manager?
Yes.
Okay. The jury saw those Lowe's videos, but can you describe what you saw that day on August 10th?
Yes, I saw that Zarrius Hildabrand walked into the store, walked into the area where later on I went to that same area and saw that there were 96-gallon trash cans on wheels. I see in the video him pull one of the trash cans to the self-checkout, check out there, pay for the trash can, and then leave the store with it.
Okay. And do you know the date and time of that transaction?
I'd have to refer to my report.
If it'll refresh your recollection.
It was August 6, 2023, between 8 o'clock and 8:30.
Okay. And did you ultimately collect a receipt for that from Mr. Miller?
Yes, it was also provided with the video when he submitted it into our Axon evidence database.
Okay, and so I'm showing you, if I may approach, what's been marked for identification as State's Exhibit 266. What is State's Exhibit 266?
This is a copy of that receipt with the transaction information.
I'd move for admission and publication.
Any objection? It's admitted, you may publish. That was 266.
That is 266, Judge. Incredibly high-tech here. And does that show the purchase price, the date and time of the transaction?
Yes, the date at the top right, 8/6/2023. At the very bottom, you also see 8/6/2023 with a time of 2011, and then the amount of the transaction. And yes,
Or 2010, 58 or 59?
yes,
And for folks that don't have military or law enforcement experience, what time is that?
8:10 p.m.
So in the evening.
Yes,
And then you said you went to the, when you were at Lowe's, did you also go observe that trash can?
yes, I did.
Okay, and where was that located in the store?
In the back, and two, if you're outside looking at the store, it was to the right-hand side of the store.
And did you observe anything else on that same aisle or in that same section?
Yeah, there was also a mop and bucket combination in that same aisle.
Okay, and why was that relevant to you?
I had been told that similar one had been observed in the apartment as well.
Okay. I'm going to approach with 267 and 268. What are State's Exhibits 267 and 268?
267 is the picture that I took of the trash cans as they look in the store, and then 268 is a picture of the mop and the bucket combination in the store as well.
Okay, and you took both of those photographs that day,
Yes, I did.
August 10th?
Yes, I did.
I'd move at this point for the admission and publication of 267 and 268.
Any objection? If they're admitted, you may publish.
Okay, 267, what does that show?
This is the picture of the trash cans I took in the store.
Okay, and 268?
The picture of the mop and bucket combination in the store as well.
Okay. And while you're at Lowe's, or after Lowe's, where did you go?
At that point, I had notified Detective Clark and my Sergeant Rain Reynolds at the time what my observations were at the store, and that we needed to head back over to the apartment to try to attempt to locate these items.
Okay. So detectives were going to begin searching for the trash can?
Yes.
Okay. Did you return to the Mockingbird address?
Yes, I did.
What happened when you got there?
When I got there, I went around. I noticed that there were trash cans similar that looked to the ones in the store around the building for normal trash can areas by the dumpsters. So I checked those and noted that they did not match the ones I saw in the store. And then I was advised by Detective Clark that he observed one on the back of a truck trailer that was across the apartments near the wooded area.
Okay. And did you go to that area?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm going to show you what has previously been admitted as State's Exhibit 42. What is that?
That's a picture of the truck with the trash can in the back of it.
Did you take that photograph?
I believe I did, yes.
And this is already admitted, so I'm going to show it to the jury. So folks are generally familiar. Where was that truck located?
It was basically to the north of the Alpine Apartments. Yeah, there's a wooded area to the north of the apartments, and it was across the street.
Okay. Are you familiar with the location that Miss Barney was ultimately found?
Yes.
Okay. If you were, could you almost see that location from where the trash can was located?
Yes.
Okay. And you took this photograph?
Yes.
Okay. After that, did you continue to search the area?
Yes.
Okay. Did you find anything else?
I did not know.
Okay. What did you do next in your investigation?
Next, I did a phone interview of Zach Farrar, and then later in the evening, I don't know if you wanted to ask more.
No, go ahead.
And then later in the evening, I had received a call from Officer Muma, who was out in the wooded area there.
Okay. And was Officer Muma with Detective Chakowski?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know them to be essentially drone certified for the APD?
Yes.
Okay. And what was the information they provided?
He had told me that they had looked down a storm drain and described it.
Sorry, there was an objection. It was overruled.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
Yeah, there was a storm drain with a manhole cover, and he had told me that when he looked down in the hole of that, a small hole, he could see what appeared to be some sort of pillow or some kind of object that didn't appear to belong in there. And then ultimately, he had called me back a few minutes later and stated he saw what appeared to be a person down in the storm drain.
Did you go to the scene at that point?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Was it very close to where you had walked just earlier in the day?
I had walked just right by that storm drain a couple times.
Okay. And when you got there, did you make any observations?
Yes, I also looked down in there and observed what appeared to be a body in the storm drain.
At this point, is the search of the residence completed?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you do next?
At that point, I went back to headquarters, and that kind of ended. At that point, ended my involvement.
Okay. Was Mr. Hildabrand ultimately brought to headquarters?
Yes, he was.
Okay. And were you tasked with photographing him?
Yes, I was.
What's the purpose of photographing somebody?
To document how they look at the time that we are contacting them there at APD headquarters.
And did you document any injuries on Mr. Hildabrand?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And can you describe those for the jury?
Yes, on the right side of his neck, he had what appeared to be sort of a puncture wound, and then on the left side of his neck, kind of a scratch or some sort of scar. And then on his chest, he had what appeared to be older marks or older scars compared to those other two images, other two injuries on his body.
I'm going to show you what has been marked as State's Exhibits 21 through 24. What are State's Exhibits 21 through 24?
These are the pictures that I took of Mr. Hildabrand at APD headquarters.
Okay. Are they all the pictures you took?
No, they are not all the pictures.
Are they pictures that document the injuries?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ultimately end up taking like full body nude photographs?
Yes.
Okay. Are those all the injuries that you observed?
Yes, they are.
Okay. So there was nothing to his hands?
No.
Nothing to his legs?
No.
Nothing anywhere else on his body?
No.
Okay. Are those true and accurate as to how you observed Mr. Hildabrand on August 10th, 2023?
Yes, they are.
I'd move at this point for the admission of State's and publication of State's Exhibits 21 through 24.
All right. They're admitted. You may publish.
What does 21 depict?
This is that puncture wound on the right side of.
Okay. Is the laser pointer where that wound is?
Yes, it is, and it kind of had a kind of a scab over it, so it appeared to be not immediately fresh, but maybe a few days.
Is 22 a closer up photograph of that same injury?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And 23?
This is that kind of circular, a little bit longer, kind of a abrasion or scar there on the left side of his neck.
And 24?
And this is the older looking injury on his chest, on the right-hand side of his kind of collarbone area there.
Okay. And those are the only injuries you observed on Mr. Hildabrand?
Yes.
Okay. Then while you're at APD, did you do any searches of social media?
Yes.
Okay, tell the jury about that.
I observed a post that Zarrius had put on his Facebook. Basically, it was the missing person flyer. And I took some photographs of the post and then the comments made after the post.
Okay. And did those comments include a responsive comment for Mr. Hildabrand?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification as states exhibits 269 and 270. What are 269 and 270?
269 is a picture of the post with the missing person flyer posted by Zarrius Hildabrand, and it says at the time that I'm looking at it 1 day, so it appears to be 1 day ago. And sorry.
Just to kind of set the scene a little bit, what phone are you using to review that? What device?
It was on a computer on a kind of a generic Facebook page that we have that we can look at Facebook pages.
Okay, so that was a public post that you
Yes.
could view. Okay.
Yes.
And it was posted by Mr. Hildabrand, and it says on there 1 day ago?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're viewing it on the 10th, that would have been posted on the 9th?
Yes.
Okay. And did you just essentially clip a screenshot of that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'd move at this point for the admission of 269. Admission of publication.
269 is admitted. You may publish.
Okay, and what does Mr. Hildabrand say at the top of that flyer?
It says, updated information on my missing wife. Please share and repost.
Okay. Is 270 a photograph of a comment in Mr. Hildabrand's response?
Yes, it is.
Okay. As you took it off of that public page?
Yes.
Okay. I'd move at this point for the admission of 270.
Any objection? It's admitted.
Okay.
Publish.
Go ahead and can you read for the jury both the comment and the response?
Yes, the comment made by Missy Davidson says, funny, not funny, how there was absolutely no mention on your Facebook, or excuse me, on your FB, which I presume to be Facebook, of Saria being missing until you got called out for it. A couple of emojis. Do just tell her family where she is. And that was, it says 20 hours, so it appears to be 20 hours ago. And then the response by Zarrius says, Missy Davidson, I hate to respond to this, but you seem pretty persistent, so A+ for the effort. And if must know, I didn't have access to my phone or any kind of device for 12+ hours yesterday, and when I finally got it back, I used it for communications back and forth to people to pass along information / obtain information such as the picture I posted, and all of this was done before I saw your comment. And if I knew where my wife was, any parties involved under the investigation would have known by now. So unless you have something positive to say or any news regarding my wife, I would greatly appreciate if you would comment on my post. Thank you and have a wonderful evening, with a smiling emoji.
Is that the extent of your role in the investigation?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I don't think I have any other questions for Detective Lee. Thank you.
Ms. Brewster?
Thank you, Your Honor. Sorry, get my computer.
Good morning, Detective Lee.
Good morning.
My name is Lacey Jane Brewster. I'm Mr. Hildabrand's attorney.
Okay.
So first I want to talk to you a little bit about your interaction with Miss Tiger Macy?
Yes.
Okay. So, Miss Dunlop asked you previously whether or not you were able to receive any relevant information from Miss Macy, correct?
Yes.
And you said no.
Yes.
And at the point you met with Miss Macy, were you investigating homicide or missing person?
At that point, we were investigating a missing person.
Okay. And when you're investigating a missing person, would it be relevant to know if there had been arguments previously in that missing person's home?
Yes.
Okay. And so you actually did speak with Miss Macy.
Yeah.
And she specifically told you she had never heard any fights from the apartment below her, correct?
Yes.
She told you she hears the TV, but not fighting.
Yes.
And that would be relevant to a missing persons investigation, correct?
It could be, yes.
Okay. And Miss Macy also informed you she'd only lived there a few months.
Yes.
Okay. And I want to talk to you about some of the state's exhibits. Specifically, Exhibit 21.
Okay.
We see a small injury on Mr. Hildabrand's neck, correct?
Yes.
You don't know how that injury got there.
I do not.
Okay. And same with exhibit number 22, which is a blow up of that injury.
Yes.
You don't know how that got there.
I do not know.
And exhibit 23, the small scratch, you don't know how that got there, do you?
I do not.
Okay. And exhibit number 24, you don't know how that injury got there.
No.
And you originally were involved in this investigation on August 9th, 2023, correct?
That's when I got involved, yes.
And so you were not in the apartment on August 6th, 2023 at 2:47 a.m.?
No, I was not.
Okay, so you were not able to see who pulled the trigger of the gun that killed Saria Hildabrand, were you?
I did not. I was not in the apartment.
Okay, thank you. Any further
Can you
questions?
reach right?
Just to discuss your contact with Miss Massey,
Yes.
she reported she was out of town Wednesday through Sunday evening, correct?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And when you showed her the defendant, did she even recognize him at all?
No, she did not.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you, Detective.
Thank you.
Step down.